Well, hello everybody. I figured I'd do something a little different. I think I'm going to take you on a tour of my base and my roster and show you my stupidity, and I have no words for my base. It's unorganized, nothing makes sense, but it works for me. My roster, it's huge, but mostly unleveled. So let's take a look around. As you can see, I've got, everything's somewhat organized. I've got troops for days. And you go in here, let's look and see how many I have going here. Okay. I have 50 days worth of troops on level 2 cooking here. I have 5,000 that I can use and 12,000 total. This one I am using TC11. I got 106 days supply there. It's not going to have as much. I got 344 ready and 1,600 in waiting. The other two are TC11 too, and each one of them has, as you can see, 6,295 waiting, 16,000 something in total. My other one, which should be about the same, I do believe. No, 4,000 and something, and I got 15,000 total in waiting. Then, okay, we can look at my troops, I guess, seeing as how we're on this side. We'll look at the troops. These are all my troops. I need more red. I think I just converted a red barbarian troop, because I need another one. I need more troops, but yeah, most of these are all up to snuff. I've got, as you can see, my purples, rogue, and on down the line. And then I have all my feeders. And down here, yep, I'm working on a druid barbarian in yellow. And there's my monk and sorcerer one that I desperately need because I'm always running out of either the monk or the sorcerer ones, because I have a couple sorcerers I'd like to run together and I just haven't been able to. So yeah, that's basically about it with my troops. You come down here, you can see I've got more. These are all my feeders. I have to work on my troops for my mid-level here, which my 3 stars, because I don't have a lot of them. And I need them for my 4-star tournaments and stuff, and I just have to take the time to work on them. But I've been working on my 2-star ones, so I haven't been too worried about it. As you can see, I've got 15 on the blues, up to 15. I got a yellow one, I got a couple yellows, I got a couple purples, and 1 red, and I'm still working on them down further in the line and everything, so it's just a work in progress. I do a little bit at a time when I can, but my blue team is my main team that I do a lot of attacking with in 3-star raids, so that's why that's that way. So let's get out of here. And then we're gonna go over here. Well, we can look at my alchemy lab, I suppose. My alchemy lab, nothing much going on here. I usually produce backpacks. And then I do this one, even though with my Ascension Mimics now I get more boots and stuff from that than ever. But I still do that one because it gives me pretty good. And I do this one. So, and this one's going to be done in a day. I'll have to add some more, I just haven't done it. Moving on, we can go over to this here with the... I generally just use this to iron store and do troops. As you can see, I've got a 339 day supply going in this one, and I do this one for the bigger troops, and I've got a 724 day, but 291 basically brewing that. And that's about all I do with that. You know, if I need some iron, I drop it down and switch it over into one of the ones over here in the training camps. But basically that's it. I mean, you can go in here. my cups. I'm at 3,353 right now. It goes up, it goes down. I don't worry about it too much. I have fun doing what I'm doing. So, all right, and now for the embarrass. Oh wait, well, let's go in and see my supplies, my inventory. Okay, my inventory right now, you can see I've got some food and iron bundles, so that's about it. I don't have, don't have a lot going on here. We get down further, we'll see, there's that. Basic materials. We'll look into this. This is my... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, this is... I've got 24 of them. Nothing major. You get down here. Now, everybody flips out when they see my backpacks because I have 17,000 of them. It's just a matter of... when I started playing, I was free to play. I didn't use my backpacks. I ran 4 TC11s. They were plenty enough for me to get enough troops at the time to get everything up, so I never really used them. And now, you can farm, and I don't really farm a specific spot in like 2 or something. I just go with the flow, and I tend to get enough backpacks where that stays pretty solid. I have had it up to 18,000, but it stays right there. It doesn't drop, and plus I'm making backpacks and everything else, so I really don't... I'm really in no need of any of that. And we can look at my limit break materials. I'm always in need of limit breaks. Blue is my worst. I've got more heroes than not that need blue. I just picked up some more of them. So I got enough I can first limit break some of them. As you can see, that's, I've got that. Crafting, I got a ton of this. And I do use it. Helps me make my stuff for Titans and Mythic Titans and everything. I could have done the troops thing. I would have showed you everything in there, but I went in the other way. Other than that, that's about it. Now we can go look at my roster. Alright, this is my roster. The 2 at the top are on a team. They were on a leveling thing. That's why they're... Well, actually, I'm using the Mimic on my team 6. But the first one, Shimmer Scale there, I started leveling him and I put him off. Maisie's waiting for a double limit break. I'd like to double limit break her. I started working on the other one, Hunter. I'm waiting so I can do that. The Gastille... That's my second Gastille, and I wanna have 2 purple teams to go in for Mythic Titans, and that's why Dead Boot's here, and that's my second Dark Feather, and there's another Dead Boot, but I actually only need to level 1 Dead Boot, although the Dead Boots give me more. I have a Acid Fire that I have fully leveled. And then there's Gideon. I'm working on emblems. Sludges, I could probably take off of there. I can limit break her at any time. My purple Titan team meaning my yellows that I bring in against a purple Titan, they suck. That's why in Fated Summons I did take Zakina. I've got them leveled. I'm probably going to limit break them. Solnus, I just picked up in the Harvest Festival. Harvest Festival, I haven't pulled a lot in because it wasn't worth it to me. My roster's big enough and I got enough to do. But I did do 110 pull, got absolutely nothing. And other than that, I've done, I think, 6 single pulls, and I've gotten 3 5 stars out. Well, 4 5 stars out of it. I've gotten Solnus. I picked up Roz with her costume. That was the first one I did. First day, I did a single pull. I got Roz and her costume. I also got Caitlyn, who's the Slayer family one. I picked her up today. And I got Hero of the Month. And I think, yeah, and that's the 4 I've gotten. And I haven't done a lot of pulls in that. Further on down the line, you see Ruan. I've already got 1 Ruan done, but I've got plenty of Ruans. I think I have 4 total. Astrid, I've never had Astrid this whole time. I picked her up in the last whatever summons that is. I did get her in that. Leonidas, I am going to use for Hero Coach, and I did not have the Toon costume, so now I picked the Toon costume up in the Outfitter, so now I'm going to do him and level up his his first costume, so that'll help my Yellow Titan team too. I would like to get Aaron done. Okur, I would like to finish him off. I need to limit break Burton. See, I pulled out Arco because he needed to be limit broke, and I did his first limit break. I don't have enough to totally double limit break him, but I think he's going to be handy for the veggies. Further on down, that's my second Bramble. I picked up Garton in the Soul Exchange. I got to finish him. Some 4-stars. I mean, these are all just ones that I'm working on. That's my second Bernadette I'm working on. Basic stuff. And then we're into my teams. My first team was just a leveling system, but I have Odile, all that. You can see there. There's my other Gasteel. There's my Dark Feather. So on down the line. Now we're into the purple ones, and here we go. This is all the purple ones I have. I'll just go slow, and you can look, and you can yell at me and say, you're an idiot, why haven't you leveled this one? Go ahead. Not a problem. I'm not going to mind at all. I do have dupes. There's 3 Tamlins. I already have 1 leveled. There's 3 more Odiles. There are some that, like the Pharaohs, I've got one at 370. I'd like to finish her because I think she'd come in handy on... I know the Mana Loop is going out, so I'm not so much worried about the Mana Loop, but I'd like to put her on the Titan team. And then there's just all these... No Luna. I didn't have Luna the whole time when she came out, and I've been doing the Fawns, the Wilderness Summons, and I've gotten 3 of them now. So... And then there's just more. The Becky is the second Becky. I picked that up and faded. I was going to use it to exchange, but I had so many maples that I didn't need to. Forces, I could level another one of him probably. Basette, I could do her. I actually need to do an Anubis for the Greed. That what I could use. Aramis, I picked that up in the Phage of Summons. Dio-chan, I haven't leveled her because I can't seem to pick up the thing in the war with her costume, so it is what it is. Lepiota, I've started 1. I'd like to do some more because you can use her on Gurik to make him invisible, so you can ghost some tiles without him going off. I'd like to do a Pharah. I'd like to do a Pharah to match with Swiftpaw. To make Swiftpaw's minions that she starts with bigger, or stronger, I mean. And then I have Obakan. I have all the costumes. I don't like Obakan, basically. And here's the rest of this. Now we're into my yellows. I like Philomena. Cleopatra's a great healer. Iga's great when you use him the right way. Sometimes I don't always use him the right way. And we'll just go down my roster. You can take a look. And like I said, it's an expansive roster. Here's the 2 more Ruans. They are very good. I wouldn't mind having dupes of them. There's 2 Heroes of the Month. I've got another Iga to do. I got another Rosalind I can do. Yeah, there's just a lot of work, and I just need to sit down and do it and stop pulling, which I have done. I've slowed way down from where I was. Vishali, I've got 1 started, haven't gotten anywhere because I didn't get that. I mean, I could do Kushanku. There's 3 more Cleopatras that I can work on eventually. We'll just keep going on down and down. And now here's my blues. There's my song, Melina. Just keep going. I got Hrothgar's that for days. And I would like to work on some of the older heroes because even though they aren't as strong, I still like to work them in. Like Miki, I'm pretty much done with Miki. I was going to do Miki to do for the Titans and everything in the Silence and build him way up, but I really don't think I have to anymore because I've got Song, and Song does more damage, and plus he does the Silence too on the Titan. So I've been using him on the Titan team, and I haven't been doing anything else with that. Yeah, I've got a Mimic. There's more Hrothgars. Kalen, I'd like to do another Kalen. I'm really starting to appreciate Kalen. I didn't like him at first, but now that I'm learning how to use him, I really am enjoying him. And, you know, on further down the line, I've got a ton of Nauticas. There's a bunch of stuff. Head of Furies would be a good healer to do. And I got another Malena. Krampus, I don't have the costume for. Loki's, I should do another Loki. You know, and there's my 4 stars. Now I'm into the greens. You can see I've got Armand Moncharmin, I got Grover, I've got, you know, got a lot. Zoc, everybody, I picked that up in the instant level summons portal there, and I tell you what, I've used him against Bernadette tanks, and I have won. He's squishy as hell, but if I can get him to go off, he does what I need him to do. And then I've got these. I don't have the costume for Toxicondra yet. And on down the line. Here we go. And now we should be getting into my reds, hopefully soon. Chameleon, hey, that'd be a good one to do against Friguric. Now we're into my reds. You know, I had a decent red roster. I got to do a lot of work on some of them, but it's, you know, it's fun. And I enjoy doing it and working on it slowly and messing around, so. But there's my Hathor army. This is basically everything. And that is my entire roster. So I hope you enjoyed my tour. Remember to like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing, which I don't really do that much other than war hits, but I figured I'd show you my base today. Thank you for watching.